Hey, welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Horn. This is a show where I talk about a lot of VHS tapes, cult movies, retro movies, cartoons, games, music, the writing life, and a bunch of other stuff that scratches the retro itch. I'm the author of a book called vhsatemybrain, the revised edition of which is out now, and the sequel is currently underway. That's why these videos are currently weekly rather than every few days, because I am working on the new book and I want to get that out to you as soon as I can. It is on target to be released on the 10th anniversary of the original release of vhsatemybrain, which will be on March 10th, 2024. So that is going to be awesome. I really hope you're going to enjoy this book. I'm putting a lot of love into it, putting a lot of myself into it, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting look at what's gone on in the 10 years since the original vhsatemybrain, and like a decade or so since VHS collecting and the whole VHS scene became more prevalent and more in the public eye. It was very niche before. I mean, it's still niche now, but a little bit less so thanks to things like Stranger Things, of course. But you know how it goes. Tonight we're going to go and look at some ex-rental big box VHS horror movies, because that's what I love to do. I took a couple of weeks off from doing that. I did the 5 80s movies that defy genre, 5 horror sequels that deserve a rewatch. So this week let's go old school. Let's go back to basics. Let's go and do a nice, fun eBay hunt for some ex-rental big box VHS horror and see what happens. All I've done here is I've put a search in for ex-rental VHS horror, and I'm going to see what comes up. I've already seen a bit further down the page there's something that looks really interesting, so stick with me and we'll go and check that out. The other thing I've been doing this week, I've not watched many movies this week, which is a strange one for me, but I have been rehearsing for a gig I've got coming up on December the 9th at VHS here in Nottingham as part of Jan Doyle Band. I play guitar for Jan Doyle Band sometimes when they're in Nottingham. So I'm playing there with Jan Doyle Band. Also on the bill are Courtesan and Chaos Bleak. So if you're into the bit of the gothy, rocky, punky, new wave, post-punk side of things, come along. It's going to be a fun night. So let's go and check out some tapes. I know for a start there is something here that is really exciting to me. So yep, Killer Clowns. It's 50 quid. I've got 2 copies of that, so I'm all right with for Killer Clowns. Thanks a lot. Not bothered about Scream 3. Not really that bothered about Goonies. It's been kind of overdone. What has instantly caught my eye is this. Job Lot VHS Videos 25 Horror and Thriller Ex-Rental. Big cases. I'm going to have a look at that. I hope that's not just the cases. I hope the tapes are included. And £9 postage, but for 25, and I see some good ones there already just from the thumbnail. That is a really that postage is fine, believe me. And it's not going to finish on 99p. There's no chance that lot is going to finish on 99p at all. So, oh, Blood Diner and Amityville Dollhouse. Let's open that up because that's only 3 quid. That's the same user. So it looks like we've got some good ones there, all from that same user. So we'll have a look down their listings. Deadly Dreams. I don't remember that one. Let's have a look in there. Other auctions and see what happens. Ghost Yourself. Crow's Stairway to Heaven. I sort of liked that, sort of didn't. I was kind of on the fence with it because I'm a big fan of the original Crow movie, but the TV series, I thought it was really good casting with Mark Dacascos. I think Mark Dacascos it was a great idea to play Eric Draven. I sort of like the idea of the Crow makeup manifesting when he used his powers. In like fight scenes and things like that. I thought that was a cool idea, but there was too much daylight in it. The Crow really should happen at night mainly. Slumber Party Murders on Thorny MI, that's an interesting one. We've already got that user open though. We've got Leprechaun, first release of Leprechaun. Not really that bothered about that. What else have we got? Anything exciting here? Warlock and Warlock 3. So the original with Julian Sands and Richard E. Grant, and the third one that didn't have either of them in it. Oh, I see there's the Slaughter High there. I remember that seller from the other week. They were kind of extremely high prices. There's the refrigerator there. Is that Killer Refrigerator? Let's go and have a look at that. That could be an interesting one to take a look at. And we've got a interesting Job Lot there. Oh, there's a good one. With Evolver. I've still got Evolver behind me. Dark Universe to Sell and Hatchet Man, but that's not bothered about the tapes that are there, but there may well be something good in the other auctions. So let's just let's have a look at the 5 tabs I've got open here. This first one, I'm really intrigued by this. So, wow, okay, there's some gold in here. So, Prototype, Mandroid, the Full Moon movie, that's awesome. Interview with the Vampire, Dust Devil, I'm not bothered about Aftermath, but we've also got, move further down, we've got Critters 2, Army of Darkness, Cyber Tracker, Life Pod, that's alright, Search and Destroy, Witchboard The Return, we've got The Gate, and The Gate 2, and Dolly Dearest, Class of 1999 2, that sucked, but hey, as part of a lot that's starting at 99p, you can't go wrong. Ghost of the Machine, that was alright, Langoliers, In the Name of the Rose, Dead of Night, To Make a Killing, No Escape with Ray Liotta, that was alright, In the Deep Woods, and the classic Hardware and the Tower. That is a really strong batch. Especially excited for Prototype, Mandroid, Crits 2, Cyber Tracker, Witchboard Return, Dolly Dearest, and the Hardware there. That's a really good batch. Those are really good. Let's go and check the listing and make sure that they do include the tapes. Let's have a look at those. They look awesome. Really, really cool. Job lot VHS videos. All videos were working when last used. All are ex-rental. That's glorious. That's absolutely fantastic. So there's no way. There is no way I will win this at all. There's absolutely no way I will win that. That is going to go for a lot, but I've put a tenner on it. That's not. I'm not gonna win it at that. But I want to see what it does go for. So at least if I have a bid, I will see what that goes for. I'm curious about that. Let's see what else they've got on there. That's such a good lot. Oh, there's more. There's more. Okay, so it's Family One and it's classic and retro titles. Yeah, those big box ones. Those are the ones that are going to go there for a large amount. I would imagine it's going to be way out of my price range. But hey, most things are, to be honest. Who am I? I'm a retro YouTuber that does stuff about VHS tapes. I clearly don't have a big budget. So let's have a look at this next one. Amityville Dollhouse. I have a thing about Amityville sequels. There was a period in the 90s where I liked a bunch of them, like the Evil Escapes, and that's that sort of ilk, you know. But then it carried on and on and on, and now we are at Amityville in Space. I think was one of the recent ones. God knows how many of these things there are, but I do remember this one. I remember this one being pretty cool. It's High Flyers tape. Yeah, it wasn't a big budget movie, but it was serviceable. It was a good rental. It was good evenings rental, you know. But what interests me here is we're going to go and have a look at what else this user has. Oh, there's a Basket Case 3 there. Let's go and have a look at that afterwards. And another one. 3x rentals for 99p. Nice. Let's have a look at what's going on there. So, first of all, I'm going to go and look at what else this seller has. So always pays to look at what else the seller is offering. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So we've got Living Doll at $2.99 X rental. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Exorcist 3 for $2.99. Also a good deal. Tales from the Dark Side, one of the most troubled films around. Also got Avenged the Demon, Pumpkinhead. Yeah, there's some tapes there for $2.99, but what we've got here just looks awesome. We've got some TV recordings, 17 used VHS recordings job lot. Let's have a look at these. We've got Alice in Wonderland from '87, Ten Commandments, The Incredible Melting Man, and Cobra, Evil Dead 2, AWOL, the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, The Birds, Battle of Britain, The Exorcist, don't know what edition that is, could be anything. Commando, Christine, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Weird Science, Freddy's Revenge, Elm Street 2, Gremlins, also with Gremlins is Never Say Never Again, Short Circuit 2, Teen Wolf, and Flesh Gordon. And Command, yeah, so we know, if you know what Flesh Gordon is, you know it well. It looks like there's some other interesting stuff on these tapes as well. On the Teen Wolf one, there's Mad Max 2, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, and Challenge of the Tiger. That's not Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, it was 89, that's before that came out, isn't it? Short Circuit 2, Scottish Cup, Rangers 2, Aberdeen 1, Conan the Destroyer, Gremlins 2, Never Say Never Again, Spy Who Loved Me, one for the Bond fans there. What's on this one? So, Freddy's Revenge. They taped over Freaky Fairy Tales. There's something there called What Schoolgirls Don't Tell You. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, Sweet 2. Xanadu, blimey. Sharky's Machine and Evil Dead 2. You got to get past Xanadu first, and that's a chore for anyone. Any which way you can. The Incredible Melting Man, Cobra, and Convoy. That's fun. That's fun on those. I like that. This reminds me of me. This takes me back to the days where I was recording things off TV, and I would fill a tape, and I would make sure everything was labelled, so I knew how to find things, because, you know, these are important historical documents. So on this one, Commando, No Retreat, No Surrender. Nomad Riders, Exterminators the Year 3000. Nice. That is a heck of a tape. What an evening's viewing there. The Exorcist, Just Before Dawn, Bonnie and Clyde. Now, they've written Bonnie in Clyde there. That sounds like a different film entirely. Bridge Too Far, Battle of Britain, Blue Hawaii. That's fair enough. Little Big Man, Christine, Silver Bullet. That's a pretty good tape. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Extro. Bad Boys and Getting It On. Oh, nice. And then on this one, Street Fighter, Weird Science, The Enforcer, and Grease. Grease. I'm not a Grease person. No, sorry. And on these last ones, Ten Commandments, Helter Skelter. What's that one up at the top there? The Dirty Dozen, The Deadly Deadly Mission, The Birds, the old Hitchcock movie, and Little Shop of Horrors. And what's on these last three at the bottom here? So we've got Flesh Gordon, Return of the Living Dead, Chud. They Call Me Bruce, fair enough. What a mix. Top Gun, Jaws, The Wizard of Oz, Dumbo, Alice in Wonderland. See, if those are TV broadcasts, those would be quite interesting for Disney fans. And on this one, oh yeah, AWOL, Brain Dead, and DNA. That's a great tape. See, there's some great value there for people if you're into like pre-recorded stuff that people have taken off the TV. As I've said before, I was always worried about what the legality of selling that stuff was, because you were selling TV broadcasts. But I think here and now, at this point where we are, that there's not that much. There wouldn't be that much problem with selling this stuff on VHS, because, you know, who other than dorks like you and myself will still look at this stuff and think that it's appealing. But I think that is a really good lot. That's a really cool lot. Let's see what the I'm going to watch that. I'm not going to bid on that, but I'm going to watch that. Let's see what else they're offering. 17 years VHS recordings. Oh yeah, so they've got Living Doll, Amityville Dollhouse, Exorcist 3. That's that one. Sorry, mate. Lost my train of thought there. That's really cool though. So, Basket Case 3, The Progeny. Not my favourite of the series. The first one will always be my favourite in that particular series. But let's see what else they've got in their other items. So it's a shop, this one. So let's see what they've got in terms of films here. VHS films, a handy category. So we've got Fright Night. That's on mass market, but that's fair enough. Not a bad tape at all. It's Reanimator 2, Bride of Reanimator, for those that aren't aware. Basket Case 3, The Progeny, on big box. Oxygen, don't know that one. They've got the mass market tape of Filthy Rich and Cat Flap, starring Adrian Edmondson, my hero, and Rick Mail and Nigel Planer. Awesome. The Hills of Eyes on Palace Video from the Palace Horror range. The Shivers that I've got behind me. Dead Ringers, Trick Happy TV. I was beyond Reanimator there, the long-awaited third movie that came out. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer 2, Mask of Sanity. So there's some interesting tapes there for people that want those specific tapes. Nothing that's leaping out at me at the moment, but that's it's cool to see. It's cool to see. Okay, let's see what else we've got in these other tabs. Yeah, this one caught my eye just as I was going through. So, VHS Big Box X Rental. So we've got Die Hard, Back to the Future 2, and Universal Soldier. So, starting bid of 99p. Buy it now price of £60. That's rather a lot. Unisol, I would imagine, would only be like 5 to 10. Back to the Future 2, again 5 to 10. and Die Hard. I'm not sure on Die Hard now, on Die Hard on the first Die Hard movie, because it is still quite sought after, that one. But I would, 30 tops rather than 60 for those, probably even less personally. I'm curious to see what else they've got, if they've got any other tapes like that up. No, just that one. Fair enough. Not a lot for me, I'm afraid, that one. Yes, Living Dolphin, the user that we were looking at a little while ago. I wanted to have a look at the back of this, because I wanted to see what edition it was. That picture's not loading. Okay, let's have a look here. So, it's got an MGM UA box, but I'm not sure what company put that one out. So I thought that was like Apex or something. Oh no, it's MGM UA edition. So that is the, looks like it could be the original case there. That's $2.99, so that's not a bad deal for that one, such as it is. Right, Deadly Dreams we've got here being offered for $4.99. Let's have a look. That's a good condition tape. So let's go and have a look at these sellers' other items. This is a guy that had quite a few from what I remember. Okay. There's a VCL Phantasm there. That's cool. Such as the Voodoo Mountain. Oh, the forest with a different cover. That's the pyramid cover. Normally I see the other cover of that, the one that we used to see in loads of cheap video stores. Slumber Party Murders, Cannibal Run, Pieces on Avatar. Saying it a pre-cert, and that does appear to be a pre-cert because there's no cert on it. So let's have a look at that one too. The Switchblade Sisters, that's an interesting one. Don't see that around a lot. Some other interesting tapes there, but nothing that's... Oh, hang on, what we got here? Prophecies, that's an interesting one. There are some very good tapes here that you don't see often. So remember, kids, always look at people's other listings to see what they've got up there, because you never know what you will find. Some cool stuff there. Let's have a look at this VCL Phantasm. Always love that that tagline. If this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. So cool. Yeah, there's some wear to it. I don't believe that's cut. Has that been trimmed? Doesn't look like it's been trimmed on the back. It could just be the design of it that's a bit worn. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Let's see the details of that, and then we'll go and look at their other items. Rebel Books release, classic horror vintage VHS. Sleeve is tatty, lots of edge wear, mold developing on tape. So that is a shame. That is a shame, because that would be a really good one for the collection, and I'm just not confident enough to clean the mold off personally. Let's have a look at this edition of the Forest. See, that makes it look like a rude film to me. See, there's usually one. I think it's got like a rotten skull on it. The one I usually see. I do like the spine. Not one for me. Pieces is a great movie. A really good example of a quality slasher. Yeah, from the producers Friday the 13th, a macabre story of revenge. Pieces. Let's have a look at the tape. 35 years after the violent death of a young boy's mother, mutilated corpses are discovered on a university campus, each body forming part of a macabre jigsaw puzzle the police have to piece together. Good fun, that film. Good slasher, some good shock, some great effect sequences in that are actually quite shocking. Let's see, an Avatar box. Was that released on Avatar? Yep, it's released on Avatar, so it's an original Avatar box as well. That is a good find. I recommend that one, but that's from that same seller again. So let's have a look at Switchblade Sisters. That one looks promising. Love the cover art there. Very, very powerful cover art. I don't believe that they actually appear in the movie like that. It's one of those exploitation movies, like a girl gang movie. I've not actually seen it. I've seen the trailer on one of the Grindhouse Trailers DVDs, if I remember rightly, from Nucleus Films. They were superb. They were absolutely superb. So, okay, the refrigerator. I love the look of this, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the kitchen. That looks so awful. I love it. Nice garish cover art. How long is it? Because the one I was thinking of was only like 30 minutes. So that's 1 hour 24 minutes. Okay. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm just curious. It would go for more than I could afford at the moment for a tape, but I'm going to see what else they're selling. Just that one. They know what they've got on their hands there. That is a good one they've got on their hands there. So this brings us to this one with Evolver, Hatchet Man, Dark Universe, and The Cell. As ever, even if you don't like the look of the tapes that are in a batch, the people may be selling something else. So I've got Evolver. I do like Evolver. I've also got The Cell, actually. It's just there. Yeah, solid films. I did really like Evolve when it came out because it featured teenagers. I was a teenager when I saw it, so it's like, yes, straight away. Teenagers versus crazy robots. I was sold straight away. So on their other items, let's see what we've got there. Oh, classic, Art Attack. How can you not want an Art Attack tape? Neil Buchanan is a legend. I'm hoping that I don't hear any comments pointing out he's been part of some terrible controversy. So I'm sorry if that's happened, but I'd like to think good old Neil hasn't. Return of the Jedi. God, the Herbs. I placed PS1 game there. Those tapes. Oh, there's small box tapes, but that could be interesting to have a look at. Mixed horror bundle. There's Dorman, The Exorcist, The Relic, and The Uncanny. Terrifying Hey Arnold bobblehead. Didn't he always look like uncooked dough? Breakfast Club, that's a later VHS release of that. Rude novel. Oh, Curse Peladon. On Doctor Who story, which is again behind me. Dungeons and Dragons 1987 annual. I love it. A Doritos bag. Vintage Rare Star Wars 1997 Darth Vader Doritos packet. What? Do people buy that? Awesome if you do. Go for your life if that's something you're into, but that seems a bit weird to me, and I'm pretty weird personally. Yeah, oh, I had that Return of the Jedi annual. Sadly, I also had Freddy's Dead, but you know, that's just... Let's not go there. Let's not go there because that was not a great experience for anyone involved. So, yeah, some interesting things there. Lots of stuff of that may scratch your own retro itch. So do take a look at what people are selling. So let's have a look here just to finish off. The Abyss, Total Recall, Ghostbusters, Flintstones, Garfield, and Flashpoint, $7.49. Now, if that didn't go beyond the tenner, that's a great deal. But they're small box. They're not X-Rental ones. They're not from a video store, so they don't have that extra appeal of being X-Rentals. But if that's something you like, go for your life. So that's a nice little look around what's going on at the moment on eBay with X-Rental horror movies. Yeah, I've put in a bid on that Crazy Big a lot. I'm not going to win that. There's no chance. But we shall see what that goes for. I'll be interested to see what that goes for. If you like this sort of thing, please do like and subscribe. Do all the YouTube stuff. I would really appreciate it. It would be lovely, lovely to get like another 10 followers before the end of the year, just so I can hit a little milestone. That would be lovely. In the meantime, I'm going to carry on writing vhsatemybrain 2. If you look out for the cover reveal is coming soon for that. The cover is ready, and I've decided on the title. If you remember, I was if I remember mentioning before, I was thinking about like subtitles and stuff. I have decided what it's going to be called now. So look out for that coming soon. That'll be before the end of the year. Maybe in the last video of the year we'll do that. And yeah, I used to put these out every 7 days at the moment while I'm writing the new book. But do subscribe. Check out the stuff I've done before. There's lots of VHS hunts. There's lots of tips and tricks on looking for VHS online and in the wild. So thank you for joining me for this episode of Planet Hex, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.